Speaking of that point, actually, we were talking about this a little bit before the show, but I'm sure you saw the announcement about Mike Huckabee becoming the ambassador to Israel.
Yep.
Are you familiar
Big Mike
with his sort of theology and worldview?
Yeah, they're like Christian ultra-Zionist. They're more Zionist than anyone in Israel.
Let's say most in Israel, the vast majority. It's pretty scary stuff, I gotta say.
Huckabee, who's now the ambassador to Israel, I have to say, the amount of how would you say it? Like I was seeing in Dearborn, right? We weren't able to find the vote by Arab or Muslim because it's way less people than I thought. But in Dearborn, they overwhelmingly voted for Trump, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So again, I understand why they did, but it's kind of impressive how quick they came to realize they fucked up. Because I've already he gave Mike Huckabee, this guy couldn't be more pro-Israel. This guy believes that
in his weird way, though.
He believes the Jew. Yeah, I know I know, but in terms of policy, he believes Jews have to live there so that the Messiah can come back. He is more pro-Israel than anyone in the world, maybe as much as this is the guy that is going to fucking tell Netanyahu to do whatever he needs. He's the guy who's going to say the settlements aren't a violation of international law because he wants it, because he thinks that the Jews need all that land so that the Messiah will return.
So the rapture will happen. And then at that point, we don't really care what happens to the Jews. In fact, they're going to hell. They're definitely going to hell.
Why is everyone such in a hurry to end the world? Let's enjoy our time a little bit.
I don't think the rapture is about setting you to hell. I think you just stay on earth. And
I think hell comes to earth, right?
That sounds horrible. Let's put that off.
Yeah. And the people being raptured are being removed from the scenario before the shit really hits the fan.
I thought the good people go to heaven.
They do. And that's what the rapture is.
Is that how you understand
but this particular strain of American evangelicalism, and it's not just American, but it did start here, truly believes that there's basically... It's like a quest in a video game. There's a checklist of prerequisites that need to be checked off to trigger the rapture. And a big one of them is that the kingdom of Israel needs to be restored and they need to rebuild the temple, build a third temple, which, as I'm sure you're aware, is presently the site of one of the holiest sites in Islam. So that's probably not going to go over well.
But I'm saying let's just not do that, and then we don't have to worry about the end of the world.
Listen,
let's put it off. You know what I mean? What's the hurry, guys? Come on. We're having fun.
Let's procrastinate a little bit longer.
We're having a good time.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
That's right. No, I'm here for both, a long time and a good time. Yeah. Don't build the temple. Anyway, yeah, I saw there were some activists who were already writing letters to Trump being like, please, you told us you'd represent us, and
ceasefire by November 6th, I think.
Oh, he said that?
In the letter.
What's the 13th?
Or, sorry, not November then. Well,
December?
Wait, he goes in next year, right? Or
he starts in January?
January. So January's... Is it January 6th? That'd be funny.
I mean,
let's
find
see. The letter.
Let's see. Maybe you know what I mean? Maybe Mike Huckabee is atheist now.
Yeah, maybe. Also, do you know about the red heifer thing? This is another element of this.
No, what's the red heifer?
So one of the prophecies in I think it's in Revelations. I think this is where most of this is being drawn from. Is something about, it has to do with how there used to be animal sacrifice back in the day or whatever. And that there needs to be a red heifer is involved in it somehow. So there's these farmers in America.
Yeah.
And this is a thing. They get red heifers and ship them to Israel.
They breed them
in
to
order
be red?
to check that box on the checklist of end of the worldness.
Okay, for the record, this is not red. This heifer ain't red.
Yeah, look at this.
I mean, it's a beautiful bronze.
That's
color.
what they meant, right? Yeah, the name is a little misleading, isn't it?
You guys got to keep trying on the color. I mean, this one's getting closer.
I was showing Dan. South Park did this a few years back.
Yeah, I remember that episode. That was good.
This was part of that episode, and Van Halen brought peace to the Middle East. That was the whole thing that brought them together.
Yeah.
And all the symbols turned together, and it was the Van Halen sign.
Oh, that's
I mean, that sounds great.
Yeah.
We need Van Halen back, dude.
I know.
He got
Rip Eddie.
raptured
All right, guys.
recently.